dear students, welcome back. I'm Miss Rishika. Now in this video I'm going to teach you all how to record few transactions when they were given few transactions together, how to record them in the T accounts or ledger account. First, there is an easy way. First you have to identify which accounts should be credited and debited. That is the easy way. Then after that I'll teach you how to record them all together. Now look at this one. The question is, record the following transactions in ledger account, that means in the T accounts. So these transactions belong to a person called Shaheen. So 1st of January, Shaheen started a business investing cash 20,000 and a building value 25,000. That means he's investing cash as well as building as the equity. So what happens? Cash increases and building increases as well because he invested in the building, and both he is investing, so both invested as equity increases as well. So already you know cash is an asset account, so when cash increases it will be debited to the cash account. Building is also an asset, so building account also will be debited. And equity, when it increases, both amounts will be recorded in equity account, it will be credited. Okay, so when Shaheen started a business investing cash and a building, both cash and building increases and it affects the equity, which makes equity increase as well. So cash, building, when it increases, both are assets, so it will be debited to each account. Equity, when increases, it will be credited. Now in the second one, 2nd of January, he is taking a bank loan for 50,000. So what happens? When you take a bank loan, cash inside the business increasing and the bank loan is a liability, bank loan increases as well. So cash is an asset. When cash increases, cash account will be debited. When bank loan increases, bank loan is a liability. If you go through the earlier videos, you'll be able to know that when liability increases, it will be credited. Understood? So on the 2nd of January, what Shaheen does is he's taking a bank loan 50,000. So he gives you cash. So cash increases, it will be debited to the cash account, and you are creating a liability called bank loan. So it increases, it will be credited to the bank loan account. On 5th of January, Shaheen is purchasing goods for resale, that meant to sell it again. So from Mario, okay. So not on cash, he's purchasing goods from Mario. Mario, I have told you, if a person names is there, that person becomes a trade payable. That means you have to assume that he have purchased the goods for resale on credit. So what happens? Purchaser's expense goes up, purchasers increases, and Mario is becoming a trade payable. Mario's trade payable. Who is a trade payable? That means trade payables are liabilities. The liability increases. So when purchaser's expense increases, it will be debited to the purchaser's account. And when Mario, who is a trade payable, Mario is a liability. When liability increases, Mario's account will be credited. Okay, Shaheen purchased goods from Mario. So Mario on credit only is purchasing. So Mario becomes a trade payable. Trade payables are liability. So purchasers increases, purchasers account will be debit. Mario is becoming a trade payable. So Mario account will be credited. On 10th of January, he is selling goods to Shashi for 5,000 pounds. So what happened? Shashi, who we are selling our goods, is becoming a trade receivable. Okay, Shashi is becoming a trade receivable. Trade receivable means a person who has to pay the business. So Shashi is trade payable, that means it's an asset. So it will be debited to the Shashi's account. And we are selling goods, that means it creates an income called sales or revenue. So sales or revenue account will be credited. Okay. So on 10th of January, Shaheen sold goods to Shashi. So there is a person's name. So that you assume that you have sold the goods. He has sold the goods to Shashi on credit. So Shashi is becoming a trade receivable. It's an asset. So Shashi's account will be debited. And you are creating, when you sold goods, you are creating an income called sales or revenue. So sales or revenue account will be credited. On 15th January, paid rent on cash. So what happens? You are creating an expense called rent. So rent goes up and you are using cash to pay. So cash goes down. So rent is an expense. So rent account will be debited. And cash is an asset. So when cash goes down, cash account will be credited. So when you paid rent on cash, Shaheen on 15th of January, Shaheen is paying rent on cash, 1000. So rent increases, rent is an expense account, so it will be debited to rent account. He is using cash to pay, so cash decreases, which is an asset, so cash account will be credited. Last one, you are receiving commission on cash. So when you receive on cash, cash will be increased in the business and you are receiving commission. That means commission, you are creating an income called commission received. That account will be increased as well. Okay. So cash is an asset. So when asset increases, it will be debit. So cash account will be debited. Commission received and income. So commission received account, which is an income, it will be credited. So make sure you write commission received, the both words, because if you write commission, it's assumed as an expense. So if it's an income, you have to make sure that the word received is there. So last transaction which Shaheen has done on 20th, he received commission on cash. So cash goes up and commission received, which is an expense, goes up as well. So cash is an asset, it will be debited to the cash account. Commission received is an income which will be credited to the commission received. Okay, now I explained what is a double entry. Now I'll teach you how to record. So if you first identify the double entry, then you will be able to count how many ledger accounts or how many T accounts you need. So we'll be able to count now. You need 1 cash account, 2, 3 bank loan, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10 T accounts. So I have drawn all the 10 T accounts. Now I'll teach you how to record them. Okay. First, Shaheen started a business investing cash 20,000 and a building value 25,000. So what happens? Cash increases, building increases and as well as equity increases. So it should be recorded in 3 T accounts. One is the cash account. The other one is the building account. The other one is the equity account. Now I have told you all in assignments, the cash, if cash is there, all the cash transactions can be recorded in one cash account. I will teach you how to record that. Now when you invest cash, it will be debited. So 1st of January, it will be debited 20,000 and building 1st of January, it will be debited as well 25,000 and both amounts will be credited 20,000 and 25,000. Now here the cash account right in front of the amount, you can write equity right in front of 20,000 and building double entry, debit entry is here on the debit entry is there on the building. So now I'll teach you how to record them in the T accounts. The first transaction where Shaheen starts the business investing cash. Cash increases, so it will be debited 20,000. Building increases, it will be debited to building account. Equity, both will be credited. Now equity in cash account, right in front of the amount you have to write equity. In building as well, right in front of the amount you have to write equity. So both debit entries are there in cash and built-in. Both credit entries are together in the equity account. So in front of 20,000, credit entry is there, whereas the debit entry is there in the cash account. So you can write cash. 25,000, the debit entry, the credit entry is there in the equity account, whereas the debit entry, it's there in the built-in account. So in front of that you can write built-in. Now no need to draw the arrows. I have drawn the arrows to show you that you have to write the name, detail, date, everything right in front of. Now cash, right in front of 20,000 only you have to write cash. 25,000, right in front of that only you have to write built-in. So that is the first transaction. Second transaction, where Shaheen takes a bank loan, what happens? Cash increases, bank increases as well. So already we have a cash account, so we can record using that same account. So 2nd of January takes 50,000, and the amounts also should be in a straight line. Then you are creating a liability called bank loan, where you credit that amount 2nd of January 50,000. Now the debit entry is there in the cash account, whereas the credit entry it's there in the bank account. So right in front of 50,000 you can write bank loan. In bank loan account you can write right in front of 50,000 you can write cash account. So no need to draw the lines. Now that is the second transaction. Then the third transaction is where you purchase goods from Mario for 15,000, where increases the purchases and increases the Mario as a trade payable. So we need two T accounts, one for purchasers account and the other one is for Mario's account, who is a trade payable. So purchases increases by 15,000. On 5th of January, 15,000 will be debited and 15,000 will be credited to Mario's account. Okay, now what you have to do, you have to exchange the names. In purchasers account 15,000, debit entry is there, where is the credit entry? It's there in Mario's account. So you'll write Mario in front of purchasers. Mario, the credit entry is there in Mario's account, where is the debit entry is there in the purchasers account. So right in front of 15,000 you write purchasers in front of 15,000 in Mario's account. Then fourth transaction, where you sold, where Shaheen sold goods to Shashi, and Shashi, we are creating a Shashi who is a trade receivable. So Shashi's account we need, and we need a revenue account. So Shashi, who is a trade receivable, her account will be debited 5,000 on 10th of January. Revenue account will be credited 5,000. Now you have to exchange name. In front of Shashi's debit entry you have to write revenue. In front of revenue account credit entry you have to write Shashi. Okay, which makes easier to identify. If the debit entry is here, by writing revenue you shows where is the credit entry, in which account the credit entry is. Now the 15th one, or the fifth one, where you pay rent on cash 1,000, which makes rent increase and cash decrease. Already you have a cash account, so you can write in the same account we need rent account. So rent is an expense, so you have to debit the rent account 15th January 1,000, and it deduct from cash or decrease from cash. So cash account will be debit. Debit is always on your right side, so it will be debited on 15th January 1,000. Now rent, where is the debit entry is there on the rent account, where is the credit entry is there in the cash account. So we'll write cash in front of, right in front of 1,000. Then the second entry or the credit entry is there in the cash account. So here you'll be writing rent as the detail. You have to exchange the name. Debit entry is there in rent account. Where is the credit entry? Is there in the cash, so you write cash here. Credit entry is there in the cash account. Where is the debit entry? Is there in the rent account? You write exchanging names, you write rent there. So the last transaction where Shaheen received commission on cash 5,000, which increases the cash. So we already have a cash account, so you can write in the same account. But you need another account for commission received. You make sure that you write both commission receive, both words, that you write the receive word there. So cash increases, which will be recorded on the debit side. So 20th January 5,000, and commission receive, which is an income, it will be credited to the commission received account. So you will be exchanging the name. In commission received, you will be writing cash because the credit entry is there. Where is the debit entry? It's there in the cash account. Cash account, you will be writing commission received because the debit entry is there in the cash account. The credit entry is there in the commission received account. So you have to make sure that you write the date, detail and the amount parallel to each other or on the same line. Okay, so I'll explain once more. First transaction, where Shaheen's invest cash and a building. Cash increases, so cash was debited. Building increases, building debited too, and both amounts was credited to equity account. Then he takes a bank loan where cash increases and a bank loan liability increases. So we debited as bank loan 50,000 on the cash account and we credited bank loan account as cash. Then he purchased goods from Mario. Mario, there's a person's name, so we have to assume that he has purchased on credit. So purchases increases, it's an expense, and Mario becomes a trade payable, which is a liability. So purchases account was debited 15,000 as Mario. Mario's account was credited 15,000 as purchases. Then on 10th of January, he sold the goods to Shashi, which makes on credit. So Shashi becomes a trade receivable. So Shashi increases, which has been recorded on the debit side of Shashi's account, and we are selling, so we are creating an income called revenue. Its revenue account was credited as Shashi 5,000. Then the other transaction which he has done on 15th, paid rent on cash, which makes rent expense increase and cash goes down or cash decreases. So rent account was debited as 1,000 cash and cash account was credited as 1,000 rent. Then the last transaction where he received commission on cash, which makes cash increase and the commission received creates an income called commission received increased. So it will be recorded debit side on the cash account as commission received, and it will be recorded on the credit side of the commission received account because it's an income. So this is the way you have to record when several transactions were given. If they ask the double entry, then the earlier video I taught you all how to record the double entry, just the which account to be debited and which account to be credited. That's it. But when they ask you to record them in the ledger account or in the T accounts, first easy way is first you identify the account which increases, which decreases, and the account name to be debited and account name to be credited. Then after that it will be easy for you all to record them in the T account. So I took only out of 15 transactions, I taught you all, I took only 6 transactions. So I hope you all understood. Here all the cash transactions related with each other or the transaction which he has done on cash, it all recorded in the same cash account, because you no need to record in several cash account, because one account is drawn, all the transactions related to the sum will be recorded in the same cash account. So I hope you all understood. Revise again and again. Then this is the way to record in the T accounts when all the transactions or few transactions were given. It's easy if you identify which account increases and decreases and debit and credit. So I hope you understood. Thank you very much, children, and God bless you.